Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN, he was solid in his first and only regular season starts a year ago. But is Tim Rattay ready to run the offense? The pressure will be on. He'll face a stiff test today. Miami Dolphins, San Francisco 49ers, now!
Welcome, everybody, to San Francisco, California. I'm Dan Stevens. Here with me in the booth, my longtime associate, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game has got a playoff atmosphere with a chance at the #1 spot in the division at stake.
Well, the pressure's on, Dan. You better believe it. Can secure #1 in their division with a win. And with these kind of matchups, it all comes down to rhythm. Whatever team can establish an offensive and defensive rhythm earliest will come away with the win.
Boston catches the ball down coming up. Chambers goes in motion. Feely lobs it to the left sideline, and it's job. Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. Feely throws a bullet, and it's caught at the 34. Williams will take the handoff and will lose
Position out there where he's able to use his speed to really get after guys. Well, Dan, both sides seem geared up for the pass. Let's see what happens.
motion. Williams takes his 4th carry of the game. Williams gets the call again and is dropped short of the markers. That will bring up 4th and goal. They forced the 4th down.
Yeah, they even caused a loss of yardage. What a time to come up big.
They take the lead. Bowens. 43. Conway catches it over the middle. Feely rifles it out left side, and it's complete at the foot. And that'll do it for quarter #1. The Dolphins with a small lead, 3-0. Chambers reels in the football, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Chris Chambers almost bobbled this one away, but manages to keep possession. Way to keep your cool.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes. Ulbrich sacks him way back at
the onset.
2nd and long ahead. Thomason catches it left sideline, and he's in for the score.
Plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they...
Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet. Defense is expecting that, and they go to nickel.
Morrow will get the carry on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down. 13 yards to go. Lord grabs the fast. Bowens sacks him. Rattay throws this one right sideline, and it's motion. Feely zings it to the right side, and the reception.
And he had to beat his man. A couple of the best banging heads there.
No good. Rattay zips it to the left sideline, and the reception down.
Nice pressure that time.
3rd down, 2 wideouts on the field. Surtain. Boston catches the hard, and that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Dolphins enjoying a lead, 10-0. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer, get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. Long ahead. Boyd hauls it in and shut it down.
Good denial there.
2nd down coming up. Conway makes the...
There.
Rattay just rifles this one, and it's intercepted. Brought down at the 47. Boston pitches it in the flat and is at the 40. Feely rifles it out left side, and the reception's made at the 39. Williams gets the call again and gets past the line. Feely rifles this one to the end zone, and it's tipped.
A defensive coordinator.
Third down coming up. It's intercepted. No one in front of him. Forced out at the 44. Barlow gets the toss and runs into traffic. Breaks the tackle. Punted down.
43.
Barlow has his number called out. Rips him down in the backfield, and that will force a turnover on downs.
By this offense, they really needed that.
The Dolphins offense takes the... Feely unloads this to the right sideline, and it's intercepted. Tackled at the 35. Rattay passes this one, and it's knocked away from the receiver. Rattay unloads this one off to the left, and they get... Beasley goes in motion. He's in for the touchdown.
This is a good call here, Dan. These short yardage plays are a lot harder than you think, but on this one, they...
Feely throws this on a rope, and the... Williams chews up. Williams will get the carry on third down, and Williams will get the carry on second down and gets the first and more. Runs out and... Williams chews up, hitting hard out there in the secondary.
Well, he's making them think twice before going his direction.
Williams punches this one left of center and gets the touchdown.
Ricky Williams sticks close to his blockers here, and it pays off.
That touchdown will stretch the lead, Peter, and it looks like they will walk away the winner.
Check. Gray. 14.
Dragged down at the 28. Mare boots it from 49 yards out, and it's up through the goal post. Good.
Alindo Mare really gets the whole...
And that is going to do it for this one. The Dolphins come out on top 20-7. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Dolphins stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Now let's talk to a player who was instrumental in their dominant running game and is our player of the game. Ricky Williams is standing by with our Susie Colbert. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You really showed up today, and you helped carry your team to a nice win. What do you think was the critical factor in getting the W?
Man, the whole week the coaches had us totally prepared for this game. We knew all their tendencies before it happened. We knew each play before they called it. I got to give a lot of credit to the coaches.
Back to you, Chris.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Redskins come away with a 7-point win. The Bears won this contest and will now move to second place in the NFC North. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Chiefs win their 5th game of the season. Anquan Bolden stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Dolphins, 49ers. Ahmed Plummer was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Dolphins go on to win this by the final score of 20-7. Brandon Spoon had a ton of sacks and helped his Rams beat the Packers. Up in historical New England, we had the Patriots get nipped by 3 points. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. John Abraham sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for 4 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Torrey Holt won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. X-rays after the game revealed it is indeed a broken leg, so he'll likely be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Rodney Harrison is going to find himself on the shelf, and that will be a major blow to his team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Colts, Lions. Reggie Wayne is so dangerous with his speed. The ball at the 27-yard line, and there's a little stutter step, and he's wide open. Touchdown! The Colts win this one by the final score of 27-24. Up at Invesco Field at Mile High, we had the Broncos squeeze out a 4-point victory. The Bills got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Seattle Stadium. The Falcons won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Buccaneers. Eagles, Giants. Terrell Owens is so dangerous with his speed. The ball at the 27-yard line, and there's a little stutter step, and he's wide open. Touchdown! The Eagles win this one by the final score of 31-24. The Vikings lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the NFC North. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Titans pick up win number 7. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Mo Lewis will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 4 years, $6.8 million. On top of that, a $2.0 million signing bonus. This guy is on the move as well, as he signs a 3-year contract with the Titans. Chris Redmond is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club. 5 years, $5.1 million, plus a $1.5 million signing bonus. Rushin Jones will also have a new address for a while, as he signs a 4-year contract with the Lions.
Browns, Bengals. Quincy Morgan is always a guy to look for when you're at the 10-yard line, as they are right now. Here's the snap, the lob, touchdown! The Browns go on to win this by the final score of 29-26. And in our final game, we had the Panthers come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Never too early indeed. And now that, for the most part, the regular season in college football is behind us, we can really start looking back at the guys that have impressed me the most across college campuses this year. Montgomery is a guy right off the bat that's really impressed me thus far. 6'1", 181, out of Northwestern State. And I think in time he's going to develop into the type of shutdown corner that every team in the NFL would like to have. His quickness to the ball and excellent read and react skills put him near the top of many want lists. Douglas is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career, and I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.